Welcome everyone, and thanks for another expert interview during this 8-week program. I'm going to continue to have some really great guests that can give you more insights into how you can successfully continue to build your online business, particularly with digital products and online courses. I'm very happy to have today with me Michael Vesotsky. Yes, you'll notice the same surname because it's actually my son. And Michael's been involved in e-learning for a very long time, because he did a lot of his studies even when he was about 13. I think he was doing online courses back then with regards to web design and graphic design and a whole range of other expertise that he has. But over the last probably 9 years or so, he's been specifically focusing on web design and is an expert in web design and digital marketing. So I want to thank you, Michael, for joining me today. It wasn't compulsory. This was you willingly came onto this interview.
No worries.
All right. So I know that you've got a lot of broad experience in different topics, but for today, we're just really wanting to talk about landing pages. Now, the reason I wanted to invite you to come on and talk about this is because this is an area that I've been picking your brain about a lot lately. But sometimes people get confused because people will say, well, is a landing page a sales page? Is it a download page? Is it a sign-up page? Can you tell us a little bit about what are landing pages?
Sure. So there's no super standard definition, but generally if someone's speaking about a landing page or a sign-up page, they're talking about a page that has a specific purpose that you're sending people to externally, so through an ad or through a link somewhere else. And then when they go to that page, there's the one purpose that they want, that the person needs to do. So signing up or buying the specific product. That's kind of what a landing page is defined as. It's a page that isn't connected to the rest of the website generally, and is just only for one specific purpose.
Okay. And I guess I know that you've mentioned this to me, but I thought it's probably important that maybe we also describe the reason why we prefer people to go to a landing page rather than maybe just to our standard website, because a lot of people have websites and they think, well, why should I have a landing page? Can you just explain? I know that I found it interesting and I understand why now, but if you could let people know why you think that's important.
Sure. So there's a lot of deeper psychology involved in it, but it's basically just removing any distraction. So if you have this one super important thing that you're wanting people to do, if they're on your own website that has other links and other menu items and every other thing that they can click on, that's just going to add to the distraction and reduce the chance that they're going to actually take the action you want them to take. So really it's just about creating one specific space where they can look and then do that action, sign up or purchase the product is the only thing that they can do on that page essentially.
Okay, yeah, and that makes sense. For me, I've been teaching behavioural and business psychology for, I don't know, over 10 years, probably 15, 20 years. And given that a lot of people now are so easily distracted, you've got to capture their attention in 30 seconds, it makes a lot of sense that this is sort of like, in some ways, it's a more focused space. It's really just focused on that one particular outcome that people are after. So what are some ways that people could use landing pages?
Sure. So there's so many different ways, really depending on what type of business you have and what goals you have. But I'd say the most common would either be to get people to sign up. So either sign up for your newsletter, sign up for your course, whatever your business is needing, or to purchase a specific product.
Okay, yep. So basically, anything really where you want people to either download something or buy something predominantly, and you're just really going to have just the one, the one product, I guess, in essence. And I guess for us, because we're on this 8-week program, we're specifically learning how to create lead magnets, digital products, and online courses. I guess that's why it's important that people have a better understanding of why you should design a landing page on its own rather than just send people to your website. Because I know my website has so many different things on there, and people could be spending a lot of time or not a lot of time looking for things. So what are you, from your experience, I know that you've written an e-guide, and I will let people know that the link's going to be below this interview so they can go grab that. I know you started off with quite a short e-guide, and it's like 26 pages or something, but I think it's useful, very, very useful information. But just overall, if you could summarize what are the most important aspects of a landing page?
Sure. So it's kind of a few main points. The first thing is you want it to be very clear.
Yeah.
That's tying into the point of having less distractions, is if you're creating a page for the one specific thing, you want it to be very clear what that one thing is that they're wanting to do, or that what the one product or the one course, the one action is. You want to make sure that that's the most clear thing on the page. And even going further to that, you're wanting to make everything else on the page essentially point towards that. So towards that sign up button or download button. Yeah, you're wanting all the other elements to play towards that so that it draws the viewer's eyes to there. And then I guess the other important thing, because it'll be tied into your other ad and your marketing and your lead generation, but because this is a single page that is for this product, you need to be able to kind of explain the product or the course and explain what the benefit is and give the person a reason to click that button right there on the page as soon as they see it. Yeah, with a very short amount of text or pictures or whatever assets you have.
Okay, so I guess in essence, you want to make it visually stimulating, but you've also got to have some really good copy there, which is really succinct way, a very short way of summarizing the benefits, so that people are, really want to click that. We talk about all the time, that call to action. So ways, I know that you talk about this a little bit in your e-guide, where you can have people pointing to the button, arrows on the button. One of the things I've noticed lately is a lot of people are really drawn to GIFs. Like, I know for myself, when I see a Facebook ad come up for a particular downloadable product, if it's got some sort of a moving image, I'm really interested. I'm much more likely. Is that something that's relatively new, or?
Yeah, well, with technology kind of always increasing, 10, even 5 years ago, having a video or a GIF, a moving picture on a website would have just been like too much data and take too long to load. But
Sure.
yeah, these days it's really no issue to have like a video or a moving picture on there. And yeah, that definitely does draw the eye. If something's moving, naturally your eyes are just going to be drawn to follow it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in closing, anything else you wanted to just mention regarding, landing page conversions? Is there something that really stands out that you think, okay, well, a lot of the people in this 8-week program, they're designing lead magnets. They want their lead magnets to be downloaded because they're building an email list. I know that you guys are, all about digital marketing. So trying to get people to understand why it's important to build an email list. But obviously that leads on to continual dialogue and sales. So what is something that really stands out that you think that people should do and make sure that they do in this 8-week program when they're actually promoting their products?
Sure. So I would say you really want to make sure that if you're building a landing page for a specific product, that it's all tied in together, like visually, and aesthetically. You want the theme to be the same across everything.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily need to be the same as the rest of your brand, but say you have this ebook or you have this course that you're wanting to sell, you need to make sure that if someone goes to this landing page, they can immediately say, oh yeah, this is the landing page for this course, because everything looks the same, similar imagery and colors, fonts. Yeah, you want everything to be from the get-go built around the same theme.
Yeah, okay. So basically, and I've talked about this in the 8-week program, of making sure that people minimise the amount of fonts, making sure that they have complementary colouring, making sure that they have high, good quality images, particularly maybe a 3D mock-up of what their product looks like, because a lot of people want to be able to think, oh, I can print that up and download it and read it, or I can, it's on an iPad, which means I can or a computer screen, so I could definitely watch that on my computer. So, so I know that's great. great. Thank you so much for joining me on this expert interview. I know that we're going to have other interviews coming up with you where you're going to talk a lot more about other topics, including web design, which is your speciality. But thanks so much for being on our program today, and look forward to chatting again soon. And I'd encourage everyone to go and download Michael's e-guide, which is really about 5 design tips on creating landing pages that convert, because ultimately, Michael, that's what we want people to be doing, is converting whatever product they have into a download and potentially a sale. So
exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much, Michael, and I look forward to chatting again with you soon.
No worries. Glad to be here.
Okay, everyone, well, enjoy. Just remember that all of these little bits and pieces that we're talking about in these expert interviews just all continue to feel part of that little jigsaw piece. Make sure that you're watching all of the tutorials that have been provided, particularly in this case, we're leaning into the marketing and launch plans, and look forward to seeing you on another expert interview soon. Thanks, everyone, and bye for now.